Hey guys, Zara here. So today's video is heavily inspired by Hindash'S signature makeup look. I recreated it on my own face. I will link the original video down in the description box below, so be sure to check him out on all the social medias out there, and let's get into the tutorial. So to start off, I'm going to prep my skin with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, and I'm going to warm it up and just rub it into my skin. I like to work skincare into my skin for quite some time. I don't know, I feel like it kind of stimulates the face and just brings a little bit more colour and life to it. Next, I am going to be using the NARS Super Radiant Booster. He applied this using the brush that he would eventually use for like foundation and blush and everything. So that is what I am doing here, just applying it to the high points of my face before going in with my foundation. Today I am using the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I am in the shade 9, and he applied this kind of in sections on the face and really worked it in as he went on the model that he was working on. So again, that is what I am doing here, and it actually created a much more flawless base, and I found that I used less product as a result, so I was really happy about that since this ain't a cheap foundation. Next, he went in and concealed, I guess, if you will, imperfections, dark circles, all that kind of stuff. So I went in. He doesn't use as much concealer as, I guess, Instagram makeup artists do. He's very light-handed, like a little bit goes a long way. So that's what I tried to do here as well, although I was a little bit skeptical about this much concealer covering my dark circles, but it actually did a pretty good job. And that little bit that you saw on my cheekbones, it's just to kind of, I guess, help create the hollowness of sharp cheekbones. So yeah, little subtle trick that I picked up there. And then I'm going in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Biscuit. This is a shade lighter than Caramel, which is the one I just used. And he uses this just to kind of bring a little bit more highlight and a little bit more brightness to the face. So just applying this on those high points and anywhere that you want to brighten up a little bit. So as you can see, I did apply it to the hollows underneath my eyes just to kind of brighten that area and make them look less hollow and reduce the deep setness of my eyes. Next, he contoured. He used a cream contour. This is one of the few cream contours I own. Apologies, it is very expensive because it's from Burberry, but it's their beauty contour pen in the dark number 2 shade. Applied that to the same spots that he applied it to on his model, and then used the foundation brush. So I've been using the same brush this whole time so far to blend that into my skin. And I was actually really happy with the effect, so I might be investing in some more cream contours in the future, who knows. Next, I applied a cream blush. This is the NARS The Multiple in the shade Laos. It is an incredibly bright shade, but I thought, you know what, go big or go home, so we are going big. So I kept applying that to my face, just kept working it until I was really happy with the blend of the product. Before moving on to highlight, I used the Benefit Cosmetics What's Up highlighter, and just blended it in with the warmth of my finger. And again, just highlighting the center parts of my face, Cupid's bow a little bit above the high points of your eyebrows as well, before moving on to brows. For brows, I am going to be using an old favorite brow pencil from Benefit Cosmetics. It's the Goof Proof one in shade 6, and I feel like brows are very personal, so I didn't really follow what he did on his model. I just did my brows the way that I like to do my brows before setting my face with a little bit of the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Powder just to reduce some shine and set everything down so it doesn't shift later in the day. Moving on to eyes, I broke out the original Huda Beauty Rose palette, and I'm going in with the shade Sandalwood first, just kind of all over the eyelid, and then flicking it out on this end and also on the lower lash line. Before taking a brown pencil, this is one from Makeup Geek. You have a little bit of time to work with it before it completely sets. So I took a little bit and applied it to my lash line before taking a very fine brush and creating a wing. Hindash'S is really known for his wings. He has like such precision with pencils, which I do not have, but I attempted as best as I could, and I was really happy with the end result. So again, a little technique I picked up along the way. Before going back into that Huda Beauty palette with the shade Coco and just kind of carving out a bit of a shape to my eye. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but you can kind of see me creating the shape here, and I was really happy. This was very new to me. Then going in with a very light highlighty shade, this is the shade Angelic, and applying that kind of to the mobile lid inside that shape that we just created. Honestly, very new for me, but really happy with how it looked in the end. We'll definitely be utilizing this look in the future. Then I did take a little bit of Coco along my lower lash line and a little bit of Angelic on the inner corner as well, before pumping up my lashes with some Tarte mascara. This is a Lights Camera Lashes mascara. The packaging is just some sort of limited edition packaging, but yeah, it's just the original mascara. And then moving back onto the complexion, so taking a little bit of this Hourglass bronzer and just applying that kind of in a 3E shape around my face before going on with the NARS blush in the shade Gina, and again just applying that right over the top of where we put the cream blush earlier. And I found that he puts a little bit on other parts of the face just to bring the whole look together and make it look very harmonious. And then taking a blinding highlight, I took the Amrezy one from Anastasia Beverly Hills and absolutely went ham with it on my cheekbones and down the center of my face as well. Moving on to lips, he used a very nude lip liner, so the nudist one I have is Stripdown from MAC. So I applied that to my lips before going in with the MAC lipstick in the shade Whirl. And he went on very lightly with this lipstick, but I will admit I was probably a little bit more heavy-handed, just because I wanted that opaqueness of the lipstick to kind of pay off on my lips. But yeah, I was really happy with the end lip product, but definitely different to his one, but it worked for me, I guess. Next, setting my brows in place before applying a little bit of the Fenty lip gloss, just kind of on the bottom lip and then smacking my lips together to transfer it to my top lip before setting everything in place with the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. So yeah, this is the finished look. I'm very happy with how it looks. It's like a natural glam and something very different to anything I've ever done before. If you guys haven't checked out Hindash'S, check him out on YouTube, check him out on Instagram, which is where I found him. And if you like what you see from me, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in future videos. Bye!